Get it. Carol assures me though that she'll be in here jerking on my shirt collar, so
Okay.
But the whole thing generally is things that take off like
a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Playing up and playing down. Yeah.
Morning, Terry.
Morning, Jeff.
Yeah. Hello.
I referred someone to you yesterday.
What's that?
Someone called me from somewhere, wanted to know if I was responsible for the excess equipment or sale of surplus equipment. I said, no, you got to talk to Jeff.
Okay.
So if you got a call, it was because of me. I knew you could handle it. We're not having a sale for a while, are we?
We just had one.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we have enough stuff to sell right now.
No, we usually don't have one every year. And then we buddy up with the city, typically.
9 o'clock.
Don't worry, I ain't got mine. It would be dinging all the time.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is 9 a.m., October 15th, Tuesday. It's time for our weekly Cudahy County Board of Commission weekly meeting. We'll open the meeting with a pledge, and I would ask our birthday boy, Steve, to lead us in the pledge this morning. Would you do that, Steve?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Steve, and happy birthday. 29 and holding?
Yep. Like all the candles my sister sent me.
All right, some housekeeping chores. If you have a cell phone, which I imagine, and I'm sure you probably do, please silence it or turn it off. If you do get a call that you need to take, please step out into the rotunda area so you don't disrupt the meeting. Also, at this time, the public that is here, is there anyone that has any item that they'd like to bring before the board this morning that is not on the agenda? That is not on the agenda. If you do, we want to allow time for you to do that during the open. We would not be able to act on it because it's not on the agenda, but we certainly would want to hear your comments or anything that you might have. Seeing none then, is there any items on the agenda that would appear to be a conflict of interest for any of the board members?
No.
No.
Seeing none, then I'll
Make a
entertain a motion
to approve the agenda.
Second motion.
We have a motion by Hatt and a second by Van Duzen to approve the agenda. Any discussion? Any discussion? There will be an executive session at the end of the meeting. One will be personnel. We'll review the candidates for the emergency management position. And then is there someone else that I talked to that had if you think about it as we go, but that would be one for sure. So there will be an executive session. All right, then let's move.
We need to vote on the agenda.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Move to approve is emailed.
Minutes of the October 8th meeting, a motion by Hatton, second by Waterman. Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Is my microphone a little bit loud? Seems like there's an echo.
You can just turn it on.
I know a couple weeks ago they couldn't hear me, so how's that? Is that okay? Can you, anyone that wants to hear me, can you hear me?
That was it.
All right, let's go right ahead then with the monthly reports, and Sarah's not here.
Yep.
Facilities, Oh, Sarah is here. Come on, Sarah, let's do it then. I'm sorry, I didn't see you come
Did
in.
everybody get a copy of this? I have one extra copy laying on my desk, and I don't know if I skipped somebody. I thought I laid them on everybody's desk.
up there.
I don't know if I got that one. I have all these other ones, but
Okay.
I don't have that one.
All right. Okay.
Got me all. I have copies, and then you
Okay.
Sarah, I might need one, Sarah. I think I have one. Okay, thank you.
Charlie, do you need that?
We're good.
Yep.
I got it.
All right, we had some computer issues with the Excel program, so these didn't get sent out till Monday. I apologize for that.
Is your mic turned on?
Nope.
Push the
The
button.
yellow
Hit the
button.
That's the
push the
button.
There you go.
There you go.
Is that better?
Turn
Yep.
Kim's on too, just in case she has anything to say.
Thank you.
You want to hear me? No.
My ears appreciate that.
You're welcome. All right, so for the month of June, we had 39 people served. The bulk of it would have been with housing and medical, with that being 10 people each. Utilities 5, homeless 3. And in June, on that next slide then, is there wasn't significant cost or savings. The cost was $703. The savings, there was a savings of $68 for the homeless. What that was the ICAP was working with somebody on ESG, and they couldn't do a portion of it, but we were able to get a church to help out instead of us. They had their, not the ESG, they had their program, but instead of us doing the ESG, we were able to get funds from a church to do that, which is a little bit simpler. And then an ESG client that saved the county $240. And then the next slide just shows you kind of the breakdown of the services and percentages from that first slide, which is housing and medical being about 26% on that. And then the next slide is showing the referral to the other agencies. This report's a little different. It's not year-to-date like we normally do. Like I said, there's something in the Excel dashboard that's not working right, so this is just for that month. The bulk would be the ICAP and Salvation Army, with housing and Beacon Center and DSS following, and all in suit behind that. I think on that month we had a veteran ESG as well. So then we go into July, and you'll see we had a big bump in July. In July, there were 70 people served with 73 services provided. Utilities and housing were pretty significant. 24 for housing and 18 for utilities, 12 for medical. The month of July, one of the contributing factors was that ICOP didn't have any funds. So a bulk of those individuals that we saw were not eligible for county because they received income-based housing. So I do not have on this report the costs and the savings, because I actually have to pull those manually, because there were a lot of errors from the prior employees. So I'm still pulling that. I need to go through those by hand and retake a look at those. The services provided then at that time, was housing and utilities were, the next slide there, Lee, is 33% housing, 25% utilities. Like I said on that one, I do not have the referrals, and I do not have the cost savings and the cost. I need to pull those files as I was looking through those and put those in manually. Just a note, the National Association of County Human Services Association has asked me to accept an appointment to be a part of their board of directors. What that is it's a kind of a shoot off of NACO sidebar. It's similar. They meet the same time